1, 0.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Spring Fever. As always, I'm XFL Jim, joined by my co-host Eric, Uncle Rico. My man, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How are you doing, dude?
Living life to the fullest. It's been a very busy week. We had some XFL announcements. We got the CFL divisional playoffs going on. There's a lot of gears moving.
A lot going on. We're here for it.
We're here for all of it. So on today's show, we're going to be kind of giving our thoughts on the XFL logos, the redesigns, things like that, the team names. Again, we will reiterate the playoffs are coming. So it's the 15th, 16th, and 17th. So set your watch to it. Basically 2 weeks from now, the XFL draft is here.
How pumped are you on a 10-point scale?
I might take those days off work.
Now,
I might actually take those days off.
we saw the quarterbacks working out. Do the quarterbacks, you know what I mean? Are they in?
So that's what the 15th is. The 15th isn't really a draft. That's where the quarterbacks are assigned to the teams.
Oh.
Okay. So before we go through to the XFL logos, let's talk about the quarterbacks. So here are the quarterbacks that were at the Jordan Palmer minicamp. But these are not the only quarterbacks on the table, but these are quarterbacks that are getting looked at very closely. So we have Caleb Ellaby, Jarrett Garantano, Derek King, Jalen McClendon, Cole McDonald, Steven Montez, Juwan Pass, Anthony Russo, Brian Scott, Brandon Silvers, Carson Strong, Khalil Tate, and Ryan Willis.
Okay, there's some potential there.
There's a lot of names that, like, if you're a big follower of college football, some of those names might jump out at you.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on there.
I really hope Cole McDonald gets on his starting. His Hawaii teams were electric.
Dude, I just want my boy King to go to Vegas. If King's not at Vegas, we riot. Watch, he's going to go to San Antonio just to piss me off.
Yeah, he'll go to San Antonio. Yeah. No, he'll stay at Houston.
Really?
No, I'm just fucking with you. I have no idea.
Mm.
But I just know, like, a lot of these guys, I love seeing them in college. Like, Carson Strong was a pretty damn good quarterback. He was, like, rumored to be getting some NFL looks after playing at Nevada, not, like, this last year.
There was a time when he was supposed to be the top overall pick in the draft.
Yeah, he's, like, if the XFL, I think he'd be a good get.
I think he'd be a good
Khalil
get.
To everyone. What were you going to say?
He was in the Eagles cap. He got cut by the Eagles.
Yeah. And then everyone remembers Khalil Tate from like 4 years ago when he had that electric season at Arizona. Like, I think that was Rich Rod's last year.
Like no, that was with no. That was with Sumlin.
No, like he had Rich Rod for a year though.
Really?
I think so.
Well, I thought it went Rich Rod then Sumlin.
It did go Rich Rod then Sumlin. I think he had Rich Rod for like a year though. So he was at Arizona from 2016 to 2019.
Okay.
Let's see. Arizona football coach. Wikipedia. When was Rich Rod there? Yeah, Rich Rod was there until 2017. So Rich Rod had Khalil Tate for 2 seasons.
Wow.
So, anyway, what quarterback are you most excited about? It's obviously Derek King for you.
King, obviously, 1. Number 2, I'll go with, you know what? I'll go with Tate. I like that kid at Zona.
Mine's probably Cole McDonald. Stevie Montez is also on the board because he actually made Colorado offense fun to watch. He had that connection with Laviska Shenault, which was electric. Also, just shout out Brian Scott. He was the leading passer in the USFL until he got injured. And if the XFL could snag him away from the USFL, that's big for the league.
Huge for the league. Huge.
But now, it's time to talk logos, Eric. We got them. Let's pull them up right here. Let's just go in order. I want your thoughts on each and every one. I'll give a little bit of my thoughts, but you can look on the channel and find my video where I give the XFL gym thoughts, opinions on each and every single one of these. What do you think of the Arlington Renegades?
I don't want to use the term basic, but I will.
It is a little basic. I talked with Renegade Jim about this. Their alternate logo is just the old 2020 logo. It's just the Bandito mask that they had before.
Yeah.
I like that better. This is just a graphic. Like it's just the R. It's nothing cool. There's not really a design. It's basic. It's a 5 out of 10 and not in the good way.
Yes, I concur with that 100%, my friend.
DC Defenders.
It's still a little basic.
It's a little basic. It to me it seems like it's like a boot with a spur on it, and I don't think of DC when I think that.
Yeah,
Again,
I see the spur now after you said that.
Yeah, you see it, right? You see the spur?
Yeah.
Again, their alternate logo is just the shield and lightning bolts that they had before. Fantastic. That one's amazing. No changes needed. This one it's basic. It leaves a little bit to be desired.
It leaves a little bit to the yeah, I think they could do more.
Houston Roughnecks.
Looks a lot like the old one.
I think you can't really mess with the old one. I think they just had to fatten it up and make it look more like an H than an oil rig.
Yeah.
Which they did. Good job, boys.
Pretty good.
I like it. It's a good chunky one. What about the Orlando Guardians?
I like the colors, but it looks like a panther.
I think it is a panther. Or it's a bear. I'm going with werewolf.
You're going with werewolf?
I'm going with werewolf.
Okay.
And you like the colors?
I like the colors. I think they're a little flashy. I like them.
I'm holding out till I see uniforms before I go full in on colors. But there are about 2 teams who I'm very excited about. The San Antonio Brahmas.
You know
the
what?
logo looks like a spiky vagina.
I was actually going to say I kind of like the logo.
Oh, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it.
I actually like the logo, which kind of pisses me off.
Why do you hate San Antonio so much?
Long story, man.
I also like the colors. I like that yellow on metallic.
I like those guys. Son of a bitch, dude. Color scheme alone, I like these guys the most.
They're number 1 or number 2 for me. It's a close one. Seattle Sea Dragons up next.
You know what? It looks like the old one, and I like the old one better.
Yeah, I like the old one. But the old one looked like UAB's mascot. This looks like you wouldn't know because you weren't like, I don't know if you were a big internet. Do you know what Homestar Runner is?
No.
Okay, then yeah. For those of you who do, it looks like Trogdor.
Trogdor.
It's the name of this dragon drawing that Strongbad does for a user-submitted question. It's a whole deal, Eric. We don't need to... I don't want to get into the whole Homestar Runner lore.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
St. Louis Battlehawks. Just don't mess with perfection.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like the old one. And this, looking at these, I feel like 3 of them look the cleanest, and this is one of them.
This is definitely one of them. This is a top 3.
Yeah.
And then the Vegas Vipers.
Love it. Absolutely.
Fuck, that looks good, dude.
Absolutely fucking love it, dude. Love it.
Red and white. The logo looks clean. I think Vegas is probably going to have the best uniforms.
I think so, too.
I think it's going to be Vegas, San Antonio, 1 and 2 for uniforms. I can't wait for uniforms to come out.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little disappointed in the Renegades, Defenders, and Roughnecks.
You're disappointed in the Roughnecks, huh?
Yeah, I like the older one better.
Well, yeah, it was just taller. It looked more like... I like the Roughnecks logo because it's basically like, oh, we had to... We couldn't use the old one because of the fucking NFL.
Yeah.
But, like, this is a good compromise. It's more of an H, but I still see the oil well representation. I like it.
Okay.
My lowest ones are the Renegades, Defenders, the Sea Dragons, and the Guardians.
Yeah, I would say the Renegades, Defenders, Sea Dragons, and and Roughnecks are my bottom 4. I think the Vipers by far is the cleanest one. I like that
I
one.
think the Vipers are super clean. Battlehawks look great. The Brahmas look really, really good. And, man, I can't wait for the uniforms to drop. What do you think? So I was talking about it with Chase. Compared to the USFL, there seems to be a much wider variety of colors.
I concur with that.
Because if you remember, I'll see if I can pull them up. The USFL had like a lot of red.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull that up. And
USFL,
this one only really has like 2 red teams. You could argue Houston, but I would say it's really just like DC and Vegas.
Yeah.
Like Arlington, St. Louis, and Houston all have that blue, but it's all 3 different shades of blue. San Antonio has the gray and yellow, and Orlando has the green on green. I think San Antonio could have a really good uniform too.
I think they could have a good. I think the uniforms, San Antonio and Vegas are going to be the best too. I'm
worried about Orlando. For you,
really,
I
think
they might look like bad Oregon uniforms,
but that would be fine.
Well, they look like bad Oregon uniforms. It wouldn't.
Nah, dude, come on, a little color.
No,
a little color while we're watching the XFL, dude. A little bright color to get our day going. I like it.
A little highlighter there.
I like it.
I'm not sold. Let's see if we can look at a comparison. We'll do a compare and contrast here. So you like Vegas is your team, is what I'm gathering.
Vegas is my team.
Bam. So here's what they look like side by side. You got the USFL over here, the XFL over here. The main takeaways for me is look at all this red. Every team has a bunch of red. And even the Panthers are like an off red. Yeah. There's a little bit more variety with teams. Yeah. But man, I love these. These logos are so much more nostalgic though. Mm-hmm. Like I think the Gamblers logo is classic. Panthers look great. Breakers is good. Stars is awesome. I think the stronger, the top of the XFL is better, but I think consistently the USFL has better logos.
I would agree 100% with that statement.
Ready to break down a little CFL divisional?
Let's go, my friend. Let's get dirty.
Divisional semifinals. Okay. Game number 1. There's only 2 games this week. We're in the postseason of the CFL, folks. We have the Hamilton Tiger Cats taking on the Montreal Alouettes. The Alouettes laying 3, -3 at home. Over under of 48.5, plus 135 on the money line for the Ticats.
I like the Ticats, man. I like the Ticats here. You've mentioned before about them peaking going into the playoffs.
They're hot.
This Montreal team has been so erratic. Let's say
that's the perfect word for
them. Great one week, awful the next week. First team to beat the Bombers. I just can't trust a team like that laying the points. So, I'm going to take the Tiger Cats plus the points.
I can't trust a team like that in the postseason.
Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't trust a team like that in general.
I don't know. If they were dogs, I'd obviously take them. It's kind of a situation I had where I've just been fading Montreal as a favorite because they're a weird team. I'm on Hamilton as well. I think Hamilton just straight up wins. I think they're on a similar trajectory as to where they were last year, heating up for the postseason, getting red hot, and I think they make the Grey Cup, being honest.
You think they make the Grey Cup?
Well, it's going to the real, this will be a tough game, but the really, really tough game is that matchup against Toronto because Toronto looks pretty good.
I hate Toronto.
Love it. You hate Swag Kelly?
Well, dude, he doesn't play.
Hey, he played last week.
Yeah, but he's not going to be the starter going in.
No, probably not.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Next up, we have the Calgary Stampeders taking on the BC Lions, with the Lions laying 2.5, over under of 50, plus 115 on the money line for the Stamps.
And this is
It's a
my
tough
worry.
one.
This is my worry. You had a very explosive offense, high flying, timing offense. The bus driver of the offense had a big injury, missed a substantial amount of time. I believe there's going to be timing issues. I know he did play a little bit in the week before, but when they were playing at such a high level, getting back to that level is my worry point. I don't think they're going to be able to it. Stampeders, you mentioned after they made the switch to the quarterback position, a lot better. Offensive was flowing. I trust their defense more. I think the Stampeders get it done.
I'm right there with you. We're both on the Dogs this week. I just think Calgary is a more stable team. They're on a more stable foundation. There is always the scenario where BC, like Nathan Rourke, just doesn't miss a beat. He lights it up. And even then, I still think this is a close game.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So, Hamilton, Calgary, moving on. Hamilton versus Toronto. I take it you're going to be on the Ticats just emotionally.
I'm emotionally everything.
I'm also going to be on the Ticats, I think. For now. We'll see where I'm at. And then Bombers versus the Stampeders.
Dude, I want to take the Stampeders so bad.
I do, but I want it's got to be the Bombers, dude.
I want to take
Again, they looked so good.
I want to take them so bad. So bad. And I'm going to do it just to be me.
That's fair. That's a very fair thing to do. And last, but certainly not least, we got a little bit of X League because it is an X League week. So let's break down week 4, the week 4 matchups of the X League. Once again, for those of you who don't know, they play every other week.
Yep.
So we had the Elecom Kobe Phoenix hosting the Fujitsu Frontiers. What did I set this line at? I have them written down here. This was set... come here.
Talk to daddy.
Boom. This was set at Frontiers minus 21.5. Eric, you took Elecom plus 21.5. They lost 38-7. Did not cover the spread.
Unacceptable.
Next, we had the Panasonic Impulse hosting the All Mitsubishi Lions. The line was set at Panasonic minus 45.5. Eric, you took Panasonic minus 45.5. Can you guess the score?
63-0.
73-0.
Oof.
73-0. Panasonic is looking quite excellent at this point. I think what I'm really taking away from this is it's a 2-horse race. It's going to be Panasonic. It's going to be Fujitsu. Those are your two teams. Those are your two teams that are going to win. The Lixil Deers versus Nojima. I set the line at Nojima minus 8.5. You took the minus 8.5. Congratulations, Eric. You're 2-1 now because Nojima won 21-6.
Dude,
My Lixil Deers, it hurt. Next, we had the Acai Beer challenge. I think they're the challengers. No, the soft drink challengers. The Acai Beer Silver Stars, I think, versus IBM. I set the line at IBM minus 10. Eric, you took the minus 10. You're now 3-2. You were 3-1, now you're 3-2. They won. IBM did win, but they won 28-21.
Was there a backdoor cover there? A late tutty to get in?
There might have been. There might have been a little late tutty, just a little backdoor.
A late tutty to get inside the number.
Up next, we had the Obix Seagulls take on the Acai Beverage Challengers. I apologize if I'm saying it wrong because I get the beer and the beverage teams mixed up all the time. We set the Obix Seagulls line at 14.5. Eric, you took the 14.5. You laid those points. Obix won 35-17.
4-2.
4-2. This is the last game right here. Tokyo Gas versus the Fukuoka Suns. The Suns were a minus 7.5 favorite. Eric, you took the plus 7.5. The Gas won outright 13-9.
Dude, just Uncle, just seeing X League right now.
Seeing the board in the X League.
Jesus, dude.
Let's see if you can see it again this week, because it is week 5. It's the last week of the regular season, and then we start the Green Bowl tournament. I'll just tell you right out the bat, it's going to be fucking Fujitsu, it's going to be Panasonic, it's going to be Obic, and then it's probably going to be like IBM.
Okay. All right.
Maybe like Kobe gets in there, but don't count on it. So, game number 1, Saturday night. I think it's Friday night for us here in the States. We have all Mitsubishi heading to Nojima. I'm going to give the Nojima minus.
Oh, hold on. I got my mental state here. All right.
Okay.
All right. So who do we got here?
The all Mitsubishi Lions versus the Nojima Saga Mahira. I'm going to make the line Nojima. I'm going to make it minus 11.
Nojima minus 11.
What are we taking, Eric?
I'll lay the 11.
You're taking Nojima minus 11. Up next, IBM versus Panasonic at Panasonic. Once again, Panasonic is at home. I will be setting the line. I'm going to say Panasonic. IBM's decent. Panasonic's really good. I'm going to set the line at 24.5.
24.5?
Yep.
IBM hasn't lost yet, have they?
I don't think either team's lost.
That's a lot of points, man.
Are you taking those points?
I'm going to lay those points, man.
So I'm looking at IBM's schedule real quick. I don't think they've lost. No, they have not. Well, yeah, they lost week 1 to Fujitsu. Wait, that was back in June. Never mind. I'm looking fucked up. No, they haven't lost.
Yeah, I'll lay the points with this. Yeah.
Okay, Eric is taking the minus 24.5.
Lay the points.
I know you hate laying a lot of points, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do. You gotta lay the points, man.
Elecom versus Tokyo Gas. I am going to say the line for that at Kobe. I'm going to say minus 17.5. This is a letdown spot for Tokyo Gas getting their first win of the season.
I'll take Tokyo. No, I'll take Kobe.
Oh, okay. Eric's laying the minus 17.5. Obic versus Fujitsu.
Obic?
Normally what would be a great matchup. The books are setting the line at Fujitsu. I'm going to say minus... God, I want to say like minus 27, but I'm going to set it closer to minus 18.5.
That's a lot of points, dude.
You going to take the Eagles?
No, I'll lay the points on. I'm laying points everywhere this week.
You dirty, dirty chalk eater. Deers versus the beer. Get some drunk deers in here. I am going to take... I'm going to take the...
Deers.
I'm going to set the line at the beer minus 8.5.
I'll take the 8.
You laying those points or are you grabbing them?
I'll take the plus 8.
Okay, plus 8.5. You got the hook. Asahi Beverage versus the Fukuoka Suns. I will set the line tentatively at Fukuoka minus like 4.5.
I'll lay the points.
Okay, Suns minus 4. Once again, to reiterate, Eric is on
All the faves.
all the faves except for one.
That's what I do.
You're taking Nojima minus 11 against the all Mitsubishi Lions. Again, fade the Lions. They haven't played for like 2 years. You are on Panasonic minus 24.5 versus IBM. Panasonic is at home at least. You are on Kobe minus 17.5 versus Tokyo Gas. You are on Fujitsu minus 18.5 versus Obic. You are on The Deers versus the Beer plus 8.5, and you are on the Fukuoka Suns minus 4.5. That's the X League. It's coming up, folks. Be ready.
Be ready. Let's do it.
We got XFL coming up. CFL's winding down. We're in the midst of the postseason. It's a great time to be alive.
You know what, dude? A lot of football going on. I love it, dude. I'm really excited for this XFL.
I'm going to at least 2 games.
You know, I may go to a Viper game.
That's the games I'm going to.
I may go to a Viper game.
We should split a suite.
Just do the penthouse suite at the Bellagio.
So they have like deposits out for all the like season tickets and whatnot.
Yeah.
A deposit for a suite in Vegas is $500.
How much does a suite cost?
I have no idea.
Oh, I thought you meant a hotel suite.
No. I'm talking about a suite for the game.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, for your season tickets, if you want a suite, it's $500 for the deposit.
For one game.
No, season.
That's it?
No, the deposit is $500.
Well, how much does it cost for the year?
Don't know. They don't have price out yet. I'm just saying just the deposit is $500.
Wow.
Regular ticket deposit is $50. So I don't know, like, how do you extrapolate a deposit usually?
I have no idea. What stadium are they playing in?
Let's see. Vegas Vipers Stadium. I don't think we know yet. I still don't think we know what stadium.
All right, let's call it Cashman Field. That's what it's saying here on Reddit. Okay.
$30K. I don't know what that's about. What are you saying?
I'm looking at Cashman. They're saying they're going to play at the baseball field?
Well, we don't know where they're playing.
Well, Reddit's always right, isn't it?
Who on Reddit? What Reddit?
I don't know. I just Googled it and it said Reddit, so I'm looking at it. I don't mean to sound judgmental. Cashman Field Suites. I'm like,
I hear Cashman's their last option.
oh. Hey, buddy. I'm just going with what it says on the Reddit, man. It says where the Raiders play is out.
Yeah, it'd be too expensive for the league. Like the ticket price they'd have to charge in order to make that viable.
Yeah.
Why don't they just do it at like UNLV Stadium?
It's XFL News. The XFL took a look at the Las Vegas ballpark for its new Vegas home, but Aviators Prez, Donnie Baseball told it doesn't fit here. And he said, oh, yeah, so they're still looking for a stadium, dude.
Yeah, I told you. Nothing's like...
I bet you it's Cashman, dude.
You think so?
Yeah.
I really hope not.
I mean, it will look good with a smaller stadium, that's for sure.
What about Sam Boyd? It's not really in Vegas is the only issue.
I think you want to keep it in Vegas, man.
Because where is that? Where? If I look at the map, it's in Whitney, which is it's like it's in Vegas. It's kind of like a suburb of Vegas. It could work, and it's legit. It is a football field at least, because that's where the Vegas Outlaws played in the 2001 season.
Where is this located?
Vegas.
No. What's the name of the suburb?
Whitney, I think. Yeah, Whitney. It's in East Las Vegas.
That Whitney.
I did not know this. There's a legal issue with Sam Boyd. They have a deal with Allegiant Stadium that prevents events.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Well, what do you mean, like events? Like, it should still be a football field. They probably do Cashman. It's the soccer team's stadium, so that like it makes sense. It's the same thing they do at DC.
Yeah, the guy made a good point in the chat that I think a smaller stadium it will look more appealing on
I
TV.
think, especially starting out, I think you got to do smaller stadiums. It makes sense. Like certain locales can get away with bigger stadiums. Like St. Louis is going to fill their stadium.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Speaking of like the deposits and everything, so they've announced like how many deposits are out right now. I think number 2 right now is I think Houston or Seattle at like 3,000 deposits.
Jesus,
St. Louis,
all of them
18,000.
It's just insane, dude.
They're gonna fill this. They're gonna open the deck after like week 1.
It's insane.
It's gonna be fucking electric.
Be good, dude. It's gonna be great. I mean, it was such a good product before the shutdown, I thought.
God, it was so sexy. Speaking of sexy, that Vipers logo, that's fucking hot. I want to fuck that.
Whoa.
No, I'm not apologizing.
Whoa.
I think that's all we got in the tank today, folks. Eric, where can the people find you?
At eTalk21 on Twitter, at eTalk21sports _ on the gram. So subscribe to the kids' YouTube channel. Just trying to build.
Also, shout out Patriot Sports Radio. They kind of broke it down for us in the chat. $50 deposit for regular seats, probably around like $3K. $500 deposit, maybe around $30K for a suite. For a season-long suite.
That's not, I mean.
It's a lot of money, but a suite's usually really expensive.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect season tickets to be like $3K though.
That is kind of a lot. Real quick before we sign off. Did you see the tweet that I sent you? According to multiple sources, the CFL gave teams the wrong list of divisional all-stars and will be sending out a new list. Word is the results were calculated incorrectly and there will be multiple changes to the original. What an embarrassing situation for the CFL. That was the tweet.
Yeah, it's not great. I was going to look at the All-Stars and talk about that, and then I saw that they deleted that before you sent me that tweet. I saw that they'd already deleted it.
Jesus.
Not a great look.
Not a great look. Where's Houston going to be playing at?
I assume they're in the same stadium. They were playing at the university stadiums before.
XFL stadiums. Here we go.
That's what I'm looking up to.
TDECU Stadium. Oh my God, San Antonio's playing in the Alamo Dome.
That's sick.
Dude, that's going to be bare as fuck, though.
Maybe, but if you remember the AAF, San Antonio was getting around like 25,000 people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that was the AAF in like 2019. So give the XFL a little time. I think by mid-season, San Antonio and Seattle even could be giving St. Louis a run for their money.
I think Seattle will definitely get people.
They were number 2 in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Antonio is like a sneaky, like I think they'll come.
You think if they build it, they will come?
I think so. Camping World Stadium for Orlando.
This might answer your question.
Whoa, Alexa, stop.
Ooh, Orlando's seats 65,000.
Dude, my little buddy, you're talking to him.
It's where the Citrus Bowl. So Orlando's doing the Citrus Bowl.
Oh wow, jeez. I like the soccer stadiums just because it looks more full.
That's what DC's doing. DC's doing Audi Field. Arlington's doing Choctaw Stadium.
Choctaw.
It's a multi-purpose one. 48,000. Like, just do smaller stadiums and fill them.
Yeah.
the way to do it. We still once we get Vegas's like actual location down, we'll let you know. You guys know where to find me, by the way. I'm XFL Jim. I'm everywhere. I got a lot going on.
Yeah, dude. You're everywhere. You're the hardest working man in America. I
try to be. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next week for another episode of Spring Fever. Bye-bye.